first impression was that honestly it was a lot smaller than I was expecting, but in a good way.
It was just very magical. Even though it was rainy the first day or week, it was like living in like a book.
I felt like I was in a Jane Austen novel when we were coming up on the road and it was all foggy still. It was gorgeous. It was so cool.
I was like, wow, like this is like an actual like castle, like in like fields, and it's like cottage core come true, like
smaller than I thought.
I expected a very big castle, like an actual castle, like a medieval castle. I've learned a lot of things about myself. I've learned that traveling with a big group of people is not easy.
Don't take 6 a.m. flights.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
I discovered that I'm not as great with budgeting that I thought I was.
Like every time I'm like, I'm such a different person. I'm like, stop. But I'm also like, yeah, I am.
I changed my major since being here. I don't know why or how, but like the literal magic in the cities that we've been to has like opened, like it's like open emotional gates within me.
I used to be like, oh no, I can't talk to people at all, like I don't want to, and like I still kind of feel that way, but like I learned that I'm not that shy, like I can talk to people. I've traveled with people that I didn't know at all before.
I like myself while I'm here, and it's given me the chance to kind of know myself and understand myself more, and when I go back home I feel like that's not gonna change. I feel like I'm blossoming, like a little tulip.
I loved Amsterdam just because of mainly like it just was so beautiful, and it was the first city we visited in Europe, and the first city I had ever visited in Europe, because I've never been to Europe before this, but I had a really good time.
I thought Amsterdam was beautiful. I really liked it, but I wore the wrong shoes. So my feet hurt a lot. That's a core memory. Is just my feet hurt really bad.
It was fun. The weather was kind of gross, but it was fun.
It was like unique just because that was the first time I feel like we were all together in one place and we were in the city. So we got kind of like in different groups for like lunches and stuff. I met like a ton of new kids, and I met a lot of my friends like for the whole semester there. So it was really, really a lot of fun.
I think it was a great way to ease us into like our group here at the castle, with like traveling together, but also just traveling within Europe, because we had the help and support of our professors and OSA and all of that, while like getting to know each other on a trip. So like a great way to really introduce us into the whole travel aspect of studying abroad.
I was really excited to be in Amsterdam. Ever since watching The Fault in Our Stars, I always wanted to go to Amsterdam. Amsterdam is really fun. It has so much to do, and there's like a lot of diversity too. I was very surprised by that.
Just like an out of body thing, just knowing that like this was such a great trip, but also like there are going to be so many more along the line.
And I think it was also helped like what you were saying to like get us all like together, because Amsterdam was also shut down, so there wasn't really like all these places we were rushing to go see, so we rather like had to like look to each other, and like we would just sit and like hang out, and like that's where we kind of like bonded instead of like rushing off to see all these touristy things, which was I think really helpful.
It was definitely different doing work here than it was to do work in like Boston and everything, so that was a little shocking. But it hasn't been too out of my reach at the same time. Like it's definitely been like different in terms of like workload and expectations from professors, but in terms of like what I'm capable of understanding, it hasn't been like too far off.
It's very hard to like manage both like doing things like abroad, planning your travels, and like also doing academics, but it is like really important. So I would usually have to try to like squeeze things like in between class periods. If I had a 2-hour time period to like work on stuff, I would just like grind it all out because there's like no other way I would be able to do it over the weekend.
Even though it's stressful with like the like heavier workload and with like traveling every weekend, it's like taught me a lot of self-discipline I didn't know that I had, and I feel like a better student now because of it.
Venice was so beautiful. I think that's like one of like my favorite places that I've been. I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to do that.
I loved Venice. I thought it was so beautiful and the food was amazing, and the only thing I wish is that it wasn't so cold, because I had to go buy a random sweatshirt one day because I was packing for warm weather. So that was my own mistake.
It is everything people say it is and more. It's just the most prettiest, cultural, bustling city and area that I've ever been to. And it is just wonderful, and I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to go.
I've been like, Italy's been like one of the places I wanted to go to the most. So Venice was probably one of my favorite places. I really liked it, and I really liked the tours, the academic tours that I got to go on.
It was cool to go on a gondola. That was really exciting. Yeah, it was really neat. I loved it a lot.
And like the boat rides everywhere, and like the colorful like houses and establishments and like businesses and everything. Like it was literally like copy paste, like my idea of it. And so getting there was really refreshing to be like, oh my god.
Like Venice makes you feel like you're in love, or you want to be in love even if you're not. I love Venice. I'm wearing my earrings. I got these in Venice as well. I wear them like every day.
I've loved this program, and I think even as COVID sort of COVID restrictions sort of relax, if you go to Emerson, you should definitely try to get into Kasteel because it was awesome.
Like, this is the kind of place that you come with expectations, but they don't get met, they get exceeded in like a roundabout way, which I think is really cool. You have any interest at all in traveling or just, getting any new experience or meeting new people, I think this is definitely a great opportunity to take advantage of while at Emerson.
I wouldn't have traded it for any other study abroad experience, for sure.
No, I'm not ready to leave. I'm gonna literally lock myself to a pole here and be like, you won't let me go. I'm staying here. So we'll see what they do.